Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Earlier, I posted a quote by Oprah Winfrey that stated something along the lines of, as a mentor, it's our role to help someone find the hope within themselves. And that is so true. That's the perfect description of what I do, not only as a life coach specializing in trauma, but in my healing practice. And I'll get into that side of it in just a minute. I have found in my practice that so often people get worn down, beat down by life. It just gets to you. You're a full-time parent. You're a full-time spouse or significant other. You're a full-time employee for whoever you work for. You may have family issues with parents, older parents and stuff, and it gets to you. And you may have your own health concerns. And most likely those health concerns can be the result of everything else going on around you because, as I have said so many times, blocked emotions will manifest as physical symptoms. You start getting beat down, worn down, exhausted. Your body can only take so much. Your mind can only take so much, and it's going to start throwing red flags. We need help. We need time off. We need to breathe. We need to express what we're feeling, and you can't. You have to. You're in survival mode. You're just putting one foot in front of the other every day to get through to the next day and do it all over again. My job is to help you pause, take a breath, and find those embers that are still stirring in there. They're there. They may be tiny, but they're there. And we're going to stir them until we get a little tiny flame. And that flame is you. That's your passion. What makes your heart smile. What gets you fired up and passionate. It's still there. I tell college students, high school students, college students, people wanting to change jobs, find your passion. Explore your passion. It could be gardening. Well, somebody can't go from being a CEO to a gardener. Well, that's fine, but you can incorporate that into your life. You can have a small garden. You can grow herbs. You can grow flowers. You can do all kinds of things. Anything to bring that passion back into your life that makes your heart smile. That's what it's about. Because it's so easy to let the world just beat us down. There are a few cases that I have had that throughout someone's childhood, the emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse has been so horrific. Those wounds are still very raw. They haven't healed. They're kind of stuck. And that's okay, because we will address that and we will work with that. It's okay. You can be stuck in survival mode. And for many people who've been through abuse, physical, mental, emotional, sexual abuse, they're stuck in that. They can't let go because that survival is a big deal. And you're worried about keeping yourself alive, keeping your children alive, keeping, whomever you love alive, making it through to the next day, making it through to the next hour. Your mind is always processing and thinking one step ahead. What do I have to do now? What do I have to do now? You have not had the benefit of enjoying life. Some people don't know how to be happy. They don't know how to enjoy joy. They've never had that opportunity, and that's where I come in. Now, as far as the pain management side of my practice, that is my passion. I love doing what I do. I love being a life coach. I love working with people dealing with trauma and helping them work their way through it. But I have been healing people since I was a little girl, since I was 3. So that's where my heart lies. That's what I love doing every day. So I have a lot of clients who have chronic pain, chronic illness, terminal illness, and I deal with them and their families. So much of it is attitude. So much of life is attitude. Because I'm a cancer survivor, and when you're given that diagnosis, it knocks the wind out of your sails, trust me. And then if you have a chronic illness, one of my best friends has multiple myeloma, and he was diagnosed, 12, 13 years ago. And I've been working with him every day for all that time, ever since he was diagnosed. I was his caretaker when he had stem cell therapy. I mean, we go way back. And he has the best attitude, the best outlook, and that's what can make all the difference in the world. When I had cancer, my Uncle Joe, God love him, he was one of a kind. He told me, and this is a quote, "Gal," because that's how he spoke, "Gal, you can have the bear can have you." He was right. I could have cancer, or cancer could have me. And I made up my mind right then, right there. Cancer's not going to have me. I will have cancer. I will deal with cancer. But cancer's not going to have me. Check your attitude. Most of my friends are physicians or attorneys, one of the two. But my physician friends, we have this discussion all the time about how patients will come in with the worst attitude. And if you can switch the attitude around, get them inspired. Even people that are terminal, give them little goals. Maybe they want to be able to make it till someone's birthday, graduation, an anniversary. Let's keep them fired up and inspired and positive to reach that goal. And then we can set another goal. Maybe they just want to have a peaceful passing, and that is their right. Because family members need to understand and respect the fact that it is their passing, not yours. This is about them, it's not about you, so step off. And I will do everything I can to make sure their hopes, their dreams for their end of life schedule and plan are smooth. A lot of people will know they only have 6 months, a year, and they have things they want to take care of. Fine. Let's make a list, and we're going to check those off. But we're going to stay positive the whole time, because we're going to go out on our terms, you know. That makes all the difference in the world. Every physician, every mental health care worker, every teacher, every caseworker is a mentor. It is our job to give people hope. It is, and you have to be realistic about their situation and their circumstances. You can't tell somebody, "Oh, you have cancer." It doesn't matter. It matters, trust me, because every day of every moment, every second that's in your head, that's playing in your head, "I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer." It's not going to go away. So be realistic, but give them hope for tomorrow. People dealing with addictions, give them hope for tomorrow. People dealing with family issues, give them hope for tomorrow. People going through divorces, that can be devastating. Been there. But you will make it through to the other side. Don't get caught up in the emotion. Don't get caught up in hate. Don't get caught up in all the nasty negativity. Let it go, and we're going to focus on the positive. You may have cancer, but you may have a beautiful family. You may have end-stage renal failure, but you have an amazing family. You love your job, and that's what keeps you going. That's fine. That's okay. But let's find balance. I have one person who is a physician, who is terminal, and they just want to lock themselves away. They don't want to deal with anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's all about work, and it's all about them, their cancer. And we had the discussion about joy and family and the importance of that. You know, think about the child's birthdays. Think about your anniversaries. Think about the holidays. Think about summer vacations and this and this. And then they start smiling and laughing and reminiscing. And okay, well, then let us not lose sight of this, because while, yes, you have cancer, and that is huge, your family might be a little bit more important. Your kids, let's give them the best memories ever, so that when you do pass, they can look back and say, "Oh my gosh, my parent was the best. They might have been sick, but we looked at the stars every night. We took walks, we read books together, we watched movies together, we cooked together, We giggled and we laughed and we played and we had these great conversations. That's what you want to leave a family member with. Those are the memories. And you have to make that happen. It's not going to happen by osmosis and a magic wand and fairy dust. But we can do that. It's all about attitude. As a mentor, we find the hope in people that they can't see in themselves. We find the beauty in people that they can't see in themselves. We find you might have somebody that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, truly Mensa type brilliant, and they see themselves as an idiot. And we have to point out, well, you may have all these other things going on. You are a brilliant soul. We all have gifts. We are all beautiful souls. Sometimes you lose sight of that. Sometimes people beat you down. Life beats you down and you lose sight of that. That's where the mentors come in. That's where I come in. That's where your doctors come in. Maybe it's your best friend. We see the good in you that you can't see in yourself.